Good evening, my Real News Midday TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update for December 20, 2023. And in the news this evening, 3 charged for posing as public health officers in Kingston. 3 men were arrested and charged after they were accused of impersonating public health officers during the reopening of the Crab Circle. Charged are 23-year-old Orrin Harris, a content creator of Midday, Clarendon, and Greenwood, St. James. 23-year-old Audit Smart, a content creator of Bushy Park Housing Scheme, Clarendon, and Greenwood, St. James, and 32-year-old Casri Gray, a television producer. Harris, Smart, and Gray were charged with a breach of the Professions Supplementary to Medicine Act and a conspiracy at common law to breach the Professions Supplementary to Medicine Act. In November 2023, during the reopening of the Crab Circle in Heroes Circle in Kingston, which was previously closed by the Ministry of Health for unsanitary practices, the accused reportedly presented themselves as public health officers to the attendees. The men, who were mimicking the attire of public health inspectors, allegedly presented fraudulent identification cards. Gray is accused of addressing the audience and falsely representing himself as a health inspector. The actions of the accused were recorded and uploaded on social media, which subsequently led to their arrest and the charges. The Jamaica Constabulary Force said it takes such acts of impersonation and the breach of public trust very seriously. The court dates of the men are being finalized. Schoolboys among 3 charged for allegedly robbing Westmoreland shop. 2 boys ages 15 and 17 are among 3 persons who were charged on Tuesday following a break-in at a shop on Beckford Street in Savannah Lamar, Westmoreland last week. The boys are both students from Savannah Lamar. The third person is 19-year-old Orville Morris from Frome in the parish. They have been charged with shop breaking and larceny. The incident reportedly occurred between 10:41 p.m. last Wednesday and 6:45 a.m. the following day. It was reported that a vendor locked her shop, and when she returned the following morning, she discovered it had been broken into. Information reaching the news indicated that clothing and accessories valued at $60,000 and a cell phone valued at $33,000 were discovered missing. Later that day, the police, acting on information, went to a premises where the 3 accused men were reportedly found in possession of the stolen items. They were taken into custody and, following investigations, were subsequently charged. Alleged gunman shot by cops in Clarendon. A man was shot dead during an alleged confrontation with the police along the Osborne Store Main Road in Clarendon Tuesday afternoon. An illegal firearm was reportedly seized during the incident, the police said. The Independent Commission of Investigations has launched a probe into the incident. The dead man has been identified as a 24-year-old Davin Scoff, otherwise called Tutu, a resident of Osborne Store. Police reports indicate that around 4:10 p.m., a team of 3 police personnel from the Clarendon Division responded to information that gunmen were seen at a bar along the roadway. On their arrival, 1 member of the team reportedly entered the bar while others gave cover. It was reported that on entering the bar, Scoff was seen coming in from a rear door. He reportedly pointed a gun at the policeman, who, in fear for his life, discharged a service weapon, hitting the now deceased. Scoff, it was further reported, fell backwards and made another attempt to shoot at the policeman while lying on the ground. Another member of the police party, who was outside, discharged a service weapon at him. A 9mm semi-automatic pistol was reportedly taken from the injured man. He was rushed to the Midday Hospital, where he succumbed to his injuries. No member of the police team nor any of the patrons in the bar were injured. Man killed after reportedly jumping in front of vehicle along highway. The St. Catharines South Traffic Department is seeking to ascertain the identity of a man who died along the P.J. Patterson Highway on Tuesday night. It is reported that the man was hit by a Toyota Probox motor car after he jumped into the path of the vehicle about 10:30 p.m. The impact also caused extensive damage to the vehicle. The man was taken to hospital, where he was pronounced dead. Police constable accused of murdering girlfriend freed. Police Constable Linval Aird, who was convicted in July 2017 of the murder of his 17-year-old girlfriend, Shauna K. Clark, was today freed by the Court of Appeal. The Crown had alleged at the trial that Clark was shot in the chest and abdomen from point-blank range after she and Aird were seen sitting in Aird's car. The incident took place in Savannah Lamar, Westmoreland on the night of April 11, 2010. Aird had denied killing Clark and reported that someone else had done the shooting, but he was convicted by a jury in the Westmoreland Circuit Court. He was sentenced to life imprisonment and ordered to serve 20 years imprisonment before he could be eligible for parole. A man was arrested and charged with Clark's murder, but the case against him was discontinued after the Director of Public Prosecutions ruled that Aird should be charged. Aird, who was formerly attached to the Westmoreland Criminal Investigations Branch, filed several grounds of appeal challenging his conviction. Attorney at law Melrose Reed argued today that the conviction was unreasonable based on the evidence. The court upheld Reed's legal arguments and freed Aird. PNP councillors demand audit of dengue mitigation program in St. Catharines Southeast. The Portmore Municipal Corporation is moving to have an audit conducted into the use of funds allocated for bulky waste removal as part of dengue mitigation activities in St. Catharines Southeast. Councillor Finlay Douglas, who raised the issue during a recent general meeting, accused the Member of Parliament Robert Miller of receiving $5 million from the public coffers with little progress in waste removal across the constituency. Douglas, supported by Edgewater Councillor Alric Campbell, Bridgeport Councillor Kennard Grant, and the Councillor for the West Chester Division, Rainier Benjamin, alleged that persons favoring the Jamaica Labour Party were chosen for the cleanup efforts. He also presented pictures and a voice note as evidence, claiming political victimization and partisan practices in the allocation of work. Last week, a bulky waste cleanup was carried out in the community, and a text message was sent to JLP operatives only to put out their bulky waste and not People's National Party supporters, Douglas alleged during the meeting. He continued, not a Social Development Commission, not a community organizations, not a citizen associations, but an unelected party operative. I didn't know that a caretaker could spend government money. Chairman, I am demanding that an audit be conducted into the spending of these funds. He further accused the Miller of sidelining People's National Party supporters in the distribution of funds meant for small business startups. Miller dismissed the allegations as a political mischief-making and expressed his willingness to participate in an audit. What the councillors want me to do is to give them government money to spend, but I will not do it. I will not allow my name and my character to be drawn into the mud, Miller proclaimed. He then asserted that the allocated funds, $2 million, channeled through the National Solid Waste Management Authority, were managed transparently. The money that was allocated to the constituency is $2 million through the NSWMA, and they get their contractor to do the work, Miller explained. He detailed that the funds were divided equally among the 5 divisions after deducting the agency's fee. Miller acknowledged the challenge of completing the cleanup with limited funds, stating, when you divide $1.7 million for 5 divisions, the most loads you can take out is 10, and we have the receipts to show. Miller also stated that JLP standard bearer for the Bridgeport division in the upcoming local government election, Dwayne Ebanks, paid for 10 of the 20 loads of bulky waste taken from the division from his own resources. He further highlighted the need for an additional $3 million to adequately address the bulky waste issue in all 5 divisions.